The dumbbell slipped from my grip and crashed to the gym floor like a gunshot in a library, echoing off the mirrored walls and drawing every eye in the room straight to me. "Shit," I muttered, my face burning hotter than the burn in my quads from that last squat set. But it wasn't the drop that had my heart slamming against my ribs. It was the hand that shot out to steady me, firm and warm on my lower back, fingers splaying just enough to send a jolt straight through my spine. Nicholas's voice cut through the haze, low and steady like gravel under tires. "Easy, Brandon. You've got this. Breathe." I wasn't supposed to feel it like that. Not the way his touch lingered a beat too long. Not the way his thumb brushed the hem of my tank top, grazing bare skin. I'd hired him 3 weeks ago on a whim, scrolling through profiles on some fitness app while nursing a beer in my shoebox apartment in Brooklyn. 32, ex-college athlete, certified trainer with a smile that could disarm a bomb. Transform your body, transform your life, his bio promised. I was 28, fresh off a breakup that left me feeling like roadkill. My ex, Mike, had traded me in for some finance bro with abs you could grate cheese on. So yeah, I signed up for sessions at this upscale gym in Williamsburg, figuring sweat would drown out the ache. But Nicholas, he was rewriting the rules without saying a word. Our first session had been all business. He showed up in fitted black shorts and a gray tee that hugged his broad shoulders like it was painted on. His dark hair cropped short on the sides, longer on top, with that effortless wave that screamed, "I woke up like this." Green eyes, sharp jaw, the kind of build that said he lived in the gym, not just worked in it. "Brandon, right? Let's see what we're working with." We'd started with basics, form checks, warm-ups, him spotting me on bench presses while barking encouragement like a drill sergeant with a heart. Chest up. Good, push through. His hands corrected my posture, on my elbows, my hips professional, detached. Or so I thought. By week 2, the air between us thickened. We'd chat between sets, him asking about my job, graphic designer, freelance hell, my weekends, Netflix and takeout, mostly. I crack jokes to cover the nerves, like when he caught me staring at the tattoo snaking up his forearm. A compass rose, inked in faded black. "Reminds me where home is," he'd say, flexing just enough to make the lines dance. Or where it's not. I'd laugh it off, but inside, my stomach flipped like I was free-falling. I wasn't out, not fully. Grew up in a conservative suburb outside Philly. Came to New York to escape the whispers. But even here, in the land of rainbow flags and drag brunches, I kept my hookups discreet. Apps, dark bars, one-night stands that left me emptier than before. Nicholas felt different. Dangerous. That third session, the one where the dumbbell betrayed me, we were deep into deadlifts. The gym hummed with the usual suspects. Influencers snapping selfies, tech bros grunting like they were birthing elephants. Nicholas stood behind me, his breath syncing with mine as I pulled the bar up. "Engage your core. Feel that power." On the next rep, I faltered, form breaking under fatigue, and his hands were there again, one on my hip, the other pressing flat against my abs. Not just correcting, holding. The heat of his palm seeped through my shirt, and for a split second, the world narrowed to that point of contact. My breath hitched. His fingers tightened, just a fraction, and I swear I felt his pulse against my skin. We racked the weights in silence, me wiping sweat from my brow, him grabbing water bottles from his bag. "You're progressing fast," he said, handing me one, our fingers brushing. "Electric." Proud of you, man. I nodded, throat dry, chugging like it could wash away the questions bubbling up. Was it me, projecting, or was he? Post-workout, we grabbed smoothies at the cafe next door. Part of the package, he said. Recovery fuel. Seated at a high-top table overlooking the East River, the city skyline glittering like it gave zero fucks about my unraveling. Nicholas leaned back, arms crossed, that easy smile playing on his lips. So, what's the real story? You didn't sign up just for beach bod season. I hesitated, stirring my kale abomination. Truth was, Mike had gutted me, called me comfortable one night over Thai food, like I was a worn-out couch. Comfortable. Code for boring. For not fitting the mold of the ripped, outgoing guys he chased on Instagram. Just life, you know? Trying to level up. He nodded, eyes holding mine a beat too long. I get it. We all chase that version of ourselves. But hey, the one staring back in the mirror, he's already enough. His words landed soft, but they stirred something fierce. Enough. When was the last time anyone said that to me? We talked for an hour about his move from Chicago 5 years back. Chasing a dream in personal training after a knee injury tanked his pro soccer shot. Broke my heart more than my leg, he admitted. Voice rough. No mention of girlfriends, boyfriends. Just that quiet intensity, like he was measuring me, weighing if I'd break under scrutiny. By the time we parted, him clapping my shoulder, me mumbling "see you Thursday," I was a mess. Home in my apartment, peeling off sweat-soaked clothes, I caught my reflection. Softer around the edges, but stronger too. His touch echoed on my skin, a ghost I couldn't shake. That night, sleep dodged me. I scrolled his profile again, zooming on that photo of him mid-pull-up, muscles corded, grin fierce. Typed a message in the app chat. Thanks for today. Felt good. Hit send before I could overthink. His reply pinged back fast. Anytime. You're killing it. Sweet dreams. B. Like we were already shorthand for something more. The next morning, reality crashed in. Work deadline loomed, emails piling like dirty laundry. But under it all, anticipation thrummed. Thursday couldn't come soon enough. Our fourth session blurred the lines harder. Nicholas upped the ante, hit circuits, him demonstrating burpees with fluid grace that made my mouth dry. Your turn, he said, dropping into plank beside me, bodies inches apart on the mat. Sweat pooled, breaths mingled. During cool-down stretches, he knelt in front of me, hands on my ankles, guiding my forward fold. Deeper, he murmured, voice husky from exertion. His fingers trailed up my calves. Correction, he called it, stopping at my knees. I unfolded slow, meeting his gaze. Heat there, unmistakable. Or was it, after, in the locker room, steam thick, echoes of showers, he lingered by my bench as I toweled off. Hey, you free this weekend? There's a pop-up workout class in the park. Could be fun. Off the clock, my heart stuttered. Casual invite? Or? Yeah, I said, too quick. Sounds good. Saturday dawned crisp, autumn biting the air in Prospect Park. I spotted him across the meadow, black joggers, hoodie unzipped over a tee, chatting with a group of fitness buffs. He waved me over, introducing me like I belonged. This is Brandon, my star client. The class was brutal sprints, planks, partner rows where we faced off, pulling resistance bands. His hands steadied mine on the band, palms rough from weights. "Pull with me," he said, and we did, sinking like we'd rehearsed. Laughter bubbled up when I collapsed mid-push-up, him hauling me up with a grin. Slacker. Post-class. The group dispersed, but we lingered on a bench, Gatorades in hand, leaves crunching underfoot. "You handle that like a pro," he said. "What's your secret? Flirtation? Banter?" I tested the waters. "Good trainer. Knows how to push." His laugh rumbled low. "Pushing's my specialty." Silence stretched, charged. Then, soft. "You're more than a client, Brandon." "Feels like that." My pulse roared. "Yeah." He nodded, eyes on the horizon, then back to me, vulnerable, unguarded. "Yeah." We walked back together, shoulders brushing, the city pulsing around us. At my subway stop, he hugged me, quick, firm, his chin grazing my hair. "Text me." I did. That night, "Fun day." "Thanks." His reply, "Fun's just starting." But Monday's session cracked it open. Mid-set, frustration boiled, weights too heavy, form slipping. "I can't," I growled, racking the bar hard. Nicholas stepped close, too close, hands on my shoulders. "You can. Look at me." I did. His face inches away, breath minty from gum. "You're stronger than you think." Then, softer, his forehead nearly touching mine. "Trust me." I did. God, I did. And in that moment, boundaries, they dissolved like sugar in rain. The kiss happened on a Tuesday, unscripted and seismic, like the universe had been holding its breath. We'd finished a grueling leg day, lunges that left my thighs screaming, and collapsed onto the gym's recovery mats, sides heaving. Nicholas rolled toward me, propping on an elbow, his face shadowed by the overhead lights. "You're a beast today," he said, but his voice dipped low, laced with something raw. I turned, our eyes locking, and before doubt could claw in, he closed the gap, lips firm, tentative at first, then hungry, tasting of salt and Gatorade. My hands fisted his shirt, pulling him closer, the mat cool under us as the world spun sideways. We broke apart gasping, foreheads pressed, his hand cupping my jaw like I was fragile. "Fuck, Brandon," he whispered, thumb tracing my lip. "I've wanted that since day one." "Me too." "Jesus, me too." But the word stuck, fear, habit, the ghost of Mike's rejection whispering not enough. Instead, I kissed him again, slower, mapping the stubble on his jaw, the pulse at his throat. The gym faded. It was just us, tangled in possibility. That night, over takeout Thai in my apartment, spring rolls and pad CEW steaming on the coffee table, we talked. Really talked. Nicholas sprawled on my thrift store couch, legs kicked up, vulnerability cracking his coach armor. "Grew up in a house where tough it out was the family motto," he said, picking at a label. "Dad was a cop, Mom a nurse, both drilled in me that feelings were for later. Came out senior year of college, right after the injury. Lost half my friends overnight." His laugh was bitter. "Soccer team captain to the campus fairy tale. But it made me who I am." No bullshit. I shared 2 Philly roots. The church youth group that preached love but eyed me sideways for my artsy sketches of boys in the margins. New York as escape hatch. Mike as the first real shot at something solid. Shattered when he bailed for space. He said I was too. Me, I admitted, Voice cracking. Nicholas's hand found mine, squeezing. His loss. You're electric. B. Electric. The word lit me up. From there, it snowballed. Sessions blurred into dates. Post-gym beers at dive bars in Bushwick, where he'd steal fries off my plate and lean in to whisper dumb jokes. Sunset runs along the Brooklyn Bridge, his arm slung casual around my waist as we cooled down. Sex came natural. That first time in his loft in Greenpoint, exposed brick, king bed piled with down comforters. He was patient, reverent, hands exploring like he was memorizing a map. Tell me what you need, he'd murmur, voice gravelly, and I did, losing myself in the rhythm of us, slow builds, urgent releases, his name a mantra on my tongue. 3 months in, felt like home. Nicholas became my constant. Morning texts, rise and grind, handsome, surprise coffee drops at my freelance co-working space, even meeting my ragtag friend group at a queer trivia night in the village. He's a keeper, my buddy Alex texted later, adding a winky emoji. I believed it. Woke up lighter, hit PRs in the gym like it was nothing. Deadlifts at 225, pull-ups without kipping, Nicholas cheering louder than anyone. That's my guy, he'd say, pulling me into a bro hug that always lingered. But cracks spiderwebbed early, if I'd looked close. His phone buzzed more at odd hours, late nights, mid-conversation. Clients, he'd dismiss, screen down. Or the way he'd tense when I asked about family. Not close. Old news. I let it slide. Too blissed on the high of us to probe. Love makes fools, right? American as apple pie and bad decisions. The first Real warning came in early December. Holiday lights twinkling premature in the city streets. We'd planned a weekend getaway, cheap cabin upstate, fireplaces and flannel sheets. Packing my duffel, I found it tucked in his gym bag. A photo booth strip, faded, him grinning with arms around a guy who looked like his twin. Same jaw, same eyes, but softer, younger. Back of the strip, scrawled, "Miss you, Nikki. Always." J. Heart emoji. Stomach emoji. My gut twisted. Who the hell was Jay? I confronted him gentle, over mulled wine at the cabin's stone hearth. Flames crackled, casting shadows on pine walls. Found this, I said, sliding the strip across the rug. His face drained, mug pausing mid-sip. Jordan. From Chicago. The story spilled. High school sweethearts. College lovers. Torn apart when Nicholas chased New York dreams. We ended it clean. He's married now. Straight passing life in the suburbs. That pic's ancient. His eyes pleaded. Trust me. Like in the gym. I wanted to. Nodded. Kissed his knuckles. Just. No secrets. Okay, we're in this. He pulled me close. Promises murmured into my hair. No secrets. You're it, Brandon. We made love by the fire, urgent and affirming, his body arching under mine like surrender. Morning brought snow-dusted woods, us bundled in scarves, building a lopsided snowman, carrot nose, twig arms, his laughter echoing as he crowned it with his beanie. Our first family, he joked. I snapped a photo, heart full. Back in the city, bliss resumed. New Year's Eve, we rang it in on his rooftop, fireworks exploding over the skyline, his arms around me from behind, chin on my shoulder. To us, he toasted with cheap champagne. To boundaries we blow wide open. Clinked, dizzy with forever. January hit like a freight train. Work dried up, clients ghosting, invoices unpaid, and the freelance grind wore me thin. Nicholas noticed, doubling down. Meal prep Sundays in his kitchen. Him chopping veggies while I vented. His foot hooked around my ankle under the table. "We'll figure it," he'd say, kissing my temple. But the buzzes persisted. One night, post-sex, tangled in sheets, his phone lit up on the nightstand. Unknown number. He snatched it quick, silencing. "Spam," he mumbled, rolling away. Doubt festered slow, a bruise under skin. I buried it in routine gym dates, movie nights, his pick, old rom-coms, mine gritty indies. But questions gnawed. Who texted at 2 a.m.? Why the flinch when I mentioned commitment tattoos? The snap came mid-February, Valentine's shadow looming. We'd booked a fancy dinner, reservations at this Italian spot in Soho, candlelit tables and tiramisu that could make you weep. I showed up early, nerves jangling, gift bag in hand, leather journal for his training notes, embossed with that compass tattoo. He arrived flustered. "I ask you." "Traffic," he said, pecking my cheek. Dinner flowed, pasta twirled, wine poured, his foot nudging mine playful under the table. "Love you," he said over dessert. I soft. First time. My chest cracked open. "Love you too." Walking home, snow flurrying light, hand in his, the bubble burst. His phone rang loud, insistent. He glanced, paled. "Gotta take this." Stepped into a doorway alcove. Voice low, "Jordan? Now." I said no. "Please, not tonight." He hung up, face ashen, rejoining me like nothing. "But everything. Everything okay?" I pressed. "Yeah. Old friend drama." I smelled it. That night, in bed, he crashed hard. Exhaustion, he claimed. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling fan's lazy spin. By dawn, resolve hardened. No more blind faith. Morning coffee brewed. I scrolled his phone while he showered. Unlocked. Trust's cruel gift. Messages flooded. "Jordan." Endless. "Miss you. Nikki. Can't stop thinking." One night. For old times. Attached. Shirtless selfie. Timestamp last week. And Nicholas's replies. "Stop. I'm with someone. But earlier, we can't." "But God. I want to." Heart stop. Betrayal. Sharp as glass. He emerged. Towel low on hips. Steam curling. "Babe." I held up the phone. Voice steel. "Who the fuck is this?" His world crumbled. "Brandon." "Wait. No. Talk." Jordan was the ghost that wouldn't die. Not ex-anchor. They'd reconnected months back. Just friends, Nicholas swore. But lines blurred. Late calls. Innocent meetups. "I ended it," he pleaded. Eyes wet. "Swear. You're the one I want." Rage boiled. Hot and foreign. Then why the texts? Why lie? I grabbed my jacket, storming out into the slushy street. "Fuck your boundaries, Nicholas. You shattered mine." Days blurred. Radio silence. Me crashing at Alex's, drowning in whiskey and what-ifs. Work suffered, designs half-baked, deadlines missed. Gym? Avoided like plague. But the pull? Undeniable. His texts piled. "Please. Let me explain. I love you. Fight for us. A week in. Weakness 1. Coffee shop neutral ground. Him waiting with 2 lattes. Hollow-eyed. I fucked up, he started. No preamble. Jordan's my past clawing back. Loneliness. Habit. But you? Your future. Give me a shot to prove it. Temptation Ward. His hand reached tentative and I didn't pull away. One chance, I said, voice breaking. No more ghosts. He nodded. Fierce. None. Spring teased, crocuses pushing through concrete, and we rebuilt. Dates intentional. Therapy sessions he started. For real. Couples counseling we tried, awkward but honest. Sex reignited. Tender now. Laced with forgiveness. I'm yours, he'd whisper. Tracing my scars, literal. From a childhood bike wreck. Figurative. From Mike. I believed. Or tried. But trust? Fragile as new shoots. Every buzz. Every glance away. A flinch. Still, love's stubborn. We planned a trip, California coast. Road trip healing. Fresh start, he said, kissing my knuckles. Packing. Optimism bloomed. Until the email. Anonymous. From a burner. Attached. Photo. Nicholas and Jordan. Lips locked in some dive bar bathroom. Timestamp. Last month. While I slept alone. Doubting. Shattered. Again. The rooftop was my war zone that night. City sprawl mocking me from below as I paced the tarred expanse. Wind whipping my unbuttoned shirt like accusations. I'd bolted from the apartment after the email. Laptop slamming shut. Keys snatched. Uber to Nicholas's building before sanity caught up. Buzzing up unannounced. I'd found him shirtless in sweats. Surprise melting to dread when I shoved the phone in his face. Explain this, I snarled, voice raw over the hum of traffic far below. His denial cracked fast. It's not Brandon. Listen. But the photo lied louder. His hand in Jordan's hair. Bodies pressed in grainy fluorescence. Timestamp mocking our fresh start. We dragged it to the roof, his idea. Air, like oxygen could scrub the rot. Now, under bruised May sky's threatening storm, he leaned on the ledge, head bowed. It was one time. Stupid. After a bad session, client bailed. I got drunk. Jordan texted. I went. Drunk. Stupid. Words like band-aids on a gunshot. One time, I laughed. Bitter. Echoing off vents. While I'm gutting myself to trust you, pouring out my fucking soul in therapy, rain spat first, fat drops on metal, then sheets, soaking us instant. He stepped close, hands out like taming a wolf. I hate myself for it. Ended everything with him that night. Blocked. Ghosted. You're my everything. B. Please. Thunder rolled. City lights fracturing in puddles. His face wet. Pleading tore me. Love's a bastard. Clinging when reason screams run. Why? I choked. Fists clenched. Am I not enough? Again, he closed in. Rain streaming down his temples. Grabbing my arms. You are. Too much. Jordan's easy, familiar poison. You're real. Terrifying real. His voice broke. I don't deserve you. We stood there, drenched. The downpour a veil for sobs I couldn't hold. His forehead met mine, breaths mingling hot. Fight with me, he begged. Don't let me lose you. Lightning cracked, illuminating his eyes. Green storms. I shoved him back, Not hard, but enough. You already did. Turned, slipping on wet gravel, his hand snatching my wrist. We tumbled, awkward, entangled against the ledge, his body shielding mine from the rail. Heart hammering, I froze him over me, water beating on lashes, expression shattered glass. Then, madness. I yanked him down, crashing our mouths in fury-laced need. Rain slick, desperate, teeth and tongues clashing like the storm. He groaned, hands framing my face. Yes, God. Yes. We grappled there, clothes heavy, boundaries obliterated anew. Not gentle, but alive, punishing, purging. His fingers dug bruises I'd wear like medals, my nails raking his back through sodden fabric. Release came fierce, gasping, thunder masking cries. After, spent and shivering, we huddled under the overhang, backs to the wall. I'm done hiding, he said, voice hoarse. Full transparency. Phone passcode? Yours. Therapy solo now, twice a week. I nodded, numb, head on his shoulder. And if you slip? He kissed my temple. You walk. Deserve better. Dawn crept gray, us trailing water to his bed, curling skin to skin till sleep claimed. Rebuild was brutal ballet. June sweltered, gym sessions resuming tentative, his hands on my form, now loaded with memory. We'd pause mid-set, breaths sinking, him murmuring, proud of your strength. Off clock. Dates turned deliberate. Farmers markets in Union Square. Him feeding me strawberry slices. Pink juice on his thumb for me to lick clean. Laughter returned. Fragile movie marathons with popcorn fights. Him quoting lines in exaggerated accents till I wheezed. But shadows lingered. Jordan's ghost? Banished. Or so he swore, phone records shared. A clean break confirmed. My own demons? Louder. Mike's echo, comfortable, twisted into Nicholas's betrayal, making me question every touch. Was it love? Or addiction? Friends noticed. Alex cornering me at brunch. You look haunted. Dude. He worth the wreckage. I deflected. Working on it. But nights alone, when he'd crash early from double shifts, I'd scroll old photos, us glowing pre-fracture. Delete. Repeat. July 4th weekend. We tested waters. Road trip to the Hudson Valley. His beat-up Jeep rattling with coolers and playlists. Springsteen to Troye Sivan. Balance of Roots and Us. Cabinside bonfire. Stars pricking black. He carved our initials in a log. Cheesy, but his grin disarmed. Permanence. He toasted with Esmore's goo. We made love on a blanket. Firelit slow. His whispers vows. No more running. You're home. I clung, believing in the blaze. Back in Brooklyn, life normalized-ish. My freelance picked up big campaign for a queer-owned apparel brand. Sketches of intertwined bodies that bled personal. Nicholas beamed at the reveal, framing a print in his loft. Artist and athlete. Power duo. We hosted game nights, his arm heavy around my chair. Casual claim. Pride Month faded, but rainbows lingered in our window. Quiet flag. August heat wave baked the city. Gym AC straining as we pushed limits. My first unassisted muscle-up. His whoop echoing. Post-sweat. Showers together turned ritual. Soapy hands mapping progress. Kisses under spray. Love these lines. He traced my emerging abs. Love you, echoed back. Steady now. But September whispered warning. Nicholas's bookings surged, new clients. corporate gigs. Late nights stretched. Him stumbling and reeking of energy drinks and excuses. Big push, he'd say, collapsing beside me. One evening, dinner cooling on the stove, he canceled. Emergency session. Ate alone. Scrolling news. Hurricanes churning Atlantic. Celebrities imploding, numb to it all. Doubt? Quenched? Mostly. Till the voicemail. His phone, left charging, chimed while he dozed. Unknown. Nikki. It's me. Jordan. Saw your post. Congrats on the glow up. But we need to talk. That night. Consequences. Click. Heart iced. Consequences. I woke him gentle. Playback rolling. Face ashen. He sat up slow. What? Stammered. Bar fight aftermath. Sloppy goodbye. But nothing happened after. Then, quieter. But the test. I got checked, clean. Swear. Test? STD scare? My world tilted. You exposed us? For what? A nostalgia fuck. Rage redux. But tempered. Counseling kicked in. Her words from last week. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges. We drove to the clinic next dawn. Him holding my hand in waiting room vinyl chairs. Results negative both. Relief flooded, but trust's thread frayed thinner. Fuck him off forever. I demanded post-appointment, coffee steaming between us. He nodded, deleting contacts, blocking numbers. Done. You're my line. We walked Central Park. Leaves turning amber. His head on my shoulder at Bethesda Fountain. Scared I'll break us? He asked. Every day, I admitted. But trying. October deepened, Halloween parties. Us in matching devil horns. His tail brushing my thigh on dance floors. Sex evolved, vulnerable. I locked. Him on knees whispering gratitudes. Thank you for staying. Work boomed. My designs pitched to NYC Fashion Week. Nicholas cheering loudest. But November loomed. Thanksgiving turkey trap. His invite. Family dinner in Chicago. Come. Meet them. Stomach nodded. His not close past. Now bridge. They know about me? Hesitant nod. Mom's cool. Dad. Working on it. I agreed. Nerves electric. Flight delayed. Airport bar confessions flowed. His coming out dinner. Dad's silence deafening. Your turn to hold me up, he said. Hand in mine. Plane touchdown snowy. O'Hare bustle swallowing us. Family home. Ranch style. Wreath garlanded. Mom hugged fierce. Flour-dusted apron. Eyes twinkling. The boy who's got my Nikki smiling again. Dad? Handshake firm. Grunt of welcome. Dinner tense. Turkey carved. Stories swapped. Nicholas's foot nudged mine under table. Anchor. Post-meal. Dad pulled him aside. Voices low. Then laughter. Progress. Bedroom guest. Us tangled quiet. Proud of you, I whispered. His kiss. Grateful. Deep. Return flight. Optimism peaked. We're solid, he said. Window seat gazing clouds. I believed. Till the call, mid-air turbulence mirror. His agent. Gig in LA. 2 months. Big money. Excitement sparked. But undercurrent. Distance. Go, I encouraged. Chase it. December chill settled. He left post-holidays, me at gate. Kissing till security barked. Texts daily. Miss your chaos. Me. Hurry back. Beast. New Year's solo. Times Square crush. I texted fireworks vid. His reply heart emoji. Then, love you. Night. January ghosted. Calls thinned. Swamped. Photos him beachside. Clients blurred. One, arm around a guy. Caption new crew. Punchline? Or paranoia? February. Valentine's card arrived. Cheesy. Signed, forever yours. Smiled through ache. March. The letter. Mailed. No return, Jordan's scrawl. He didn't tell you? The real reason for LA. Rekindling. Sorry. Attached hotel receipt. 2 names. World ended. Again. The letter burned a hole in my mailbox that March morning. Frost still rhyming the brownstone stoops of Brooklyn as I tore it open on the subway platform. Rush hour hordes shoving past like indifferent waves. Jordan's words blurred through tears. Taunting. Triumphant. Nikki always comes back. We're endgame. Thought you should know before he ghosts you too. The receipt fluttered out. Damning. Lux Hotel in Santa Monica. 2 nights. February 13th to 14th. Valentine's. My gift. Shipped cross-country. Mocked in memory. Phone in hand. I dialed voicemail. His voice cheerful. Hey, it's Nick. Leave love. Love. I laughed. Hysterical. Hanging up. Homeward bound. The train rattled accusations. Fool. Again. Apartment loomed empty. His scent on pillows a knife twist. I packed his shit, gym clothes, protein shaker, that journal I'd gifted into boxes, sealing with rage tape. Texted one word. Come get your crap. He landed 2 days later. LA tan clashing with winter pallor when he buzzed up. Duffel slung. Door cracked. I shoved boxes out. Take it. We're done. His face shock. Then crumble. B. What? I thrust the letter. Receipt. He scanned. Deflating. It's not. Jordan's lying. Lying. Voice pitched high. Ugly. Like you? 2 months. Nick. Texts fading. Excuses piling. That crew photo? Him. Right arm. He stepped in, uninvited, door clicking shut. Jordan crashed the set. Producer friend. We talked closure. Nothing happened. I's implored. But I'd learned. Please are pretty lies. Bullshit. Endgame. He said. You went back. He sank to the couch. Head in hands. I thought about it. Weak moment, lonely hotel. Him texting nonstop. But I didn't. Checked out alone. Flew home planning our anniversary. Anniversary. April Fools. Cruel. Prove it, I demanded. He pulled his phone. Text to Jordan. Stop. Committed elsewhere. Hotel logs. Solo charges. Evidence stacked. But trust? Even if true, I said. Pacing. Why him? Why always the ghost? He rose. Hands out. Fear. Your all-in terrifies me. Jordan's safe. Broken in. But you make me want forever. Tears tracked his cheeks. I choose you. Every time. Choice. American dream. Picket fence. But for us, barbed wire. I wavered, love's inertia. Memories montage, rooftop rain, bonfire vows. His laugh in my ear. One last shot, I whispered. But LA? Over. Choose now. He nodded. Fierce. Here. Always. Boxes unpacked. We clung. Sex that night cathartic. Reclaiming. His body apology in motion. Never again. he gasped, buried deep. Spring thawed tentative. April bloomed cherry blossoms in the park. Us jogging paths hand in hand, talking real. His attachment wounds, my abandonment script. Therapy doubled, solo and joint. Couch confessions peeling layers. I push away what I love, he admitted. Cop dad. Distant. Learned love hurts. I shared Mike's scar. Made me small. Chasing approval. Progress. Baby steps. Date jars, slips with ideas. Drawn random. Ice cream at midnight. My Fashion Week gig exploded. Designs on runway. Queer bodies strutting my lines. Nicholas front row. Whooping. Post-show bouquet of peonies. Star. He called me in after-party crush. Kissing champagne sweet. Pride that June. Parade floats thumping. Us in harnesses and glitter. His hand firm in mine through cheers. This is us, he yelled over bass. Unbreakable. Summer sizzled, beach weekends in the Hamptons. Borrowed from a client. Waves crashing as we body surfed. His arms towing me under swells. Evenings on deck. Grilled corn and stories. His Chicago youth. Pickup games in alleys. My Philly sketches. Hidden comics of superhero boys saving each other. Write our story, he teased one night. Fireflies winking. Idea sparked journal entries. Dual voice. Pages filling with us. But autumn winds carried whispers. September. His phone buzzed mid-dinner unknown. He silenced. But screen glowed. Jay, one last talk? Foreclosure. Stomach plummeted. Answer it, I said. Fork down. He did. Speaker, Jordan's voice. Oily. Nikki. I miss. Nicholas cut. No. Blocked for a reason. Leave us. Hung up. Turned to me. See? Done. Proof. But the call? How? October unearthed root. Counseling deep dive. His ex's persistence. Pattern. Enabler, therapist named it. Nicholas confronted. Voicemail to Jordan's folks. Tell your son to stop harassing. Silence followed. Peace tentative. November chill. Thanksgiving redux. My family this time. Philly suburbs. Mom's pie. Dad's awkward glad you're happy. Son. Nicholas charmed yard football. Stories swapped. Drive home. His hand on my thigh. Your world's warmer than mine. Heart swelled. December holidays. Tree trimming in his loft. Ornaments clinking to carols. Gifts exchanged me. Custom weights etched lift together. Him. Leather bracelet. Compass charm. New Year's on the rooftop, sight of storms. Champagne toasting year of us. January reset. Resolutions joint, gym goals. Travel fund. His bookings stabilized. No LA temptations. February. Anniversary. Dinner at that Italian spot. No ghosts. To boundaries honored. He toasted. Love. Real now. March marked year 2. Letter scar faded to white. We thrived. My studio lease. Design selling. His gym certification. Private clients loyal. Sex. Evolved. Playful mornings. Intense nights. Always anchored in eyes-locked truth. But April showered doubt anew. Anonymous email video clip. Nicholas and Jordan. Arguing heated in a cafe LA. Timestamp fresh. Told you he'd stray. Note read. Heart seized. Confrontation. Home. Wine poured like armor. This. Video looped. Voices tinny. I can't. Jay. Love someone else. Jordan's plea. But we fit. Nicholas. No. Over. End clip. Staged closure, he explained. Calm. Therapist suggested. Face the demon. Neutralize. Proof. Session notes. Dated. Relief. Then rage at saboteur. We traced. Jordan. Unhinged. From a mutual app contact. Police report filed. Harassment. Digital stalking. Order issued. Justice. American style. Paperwork and wait. May bloomed resilient. Pride again. Us volunteering booth setup. Rainbow flags waving. His speech to a scared kid. Own your story. It's yours. Echoed my healing. Summer road trip. Cross country. Route 66 reverse. Chicago stop. His family warmer. Dad's hug gruff. Treat him right. California coast. No hotels. Camping cliffs. Stars blanket. Full circle, he said. Fire crackling. Fall deep in bonds. October. Proposal. Not ring, vows handwritten. Buried in a park time capsule. I choose you. Daily. Sealed with kiss. November. Storm hit. Literal. Hurricane remnants flooding subways. Us hunkered. Candles flickering. Board games and whispers. Storms pass, he said, holding tight. December. Year-end glow. Party hosted. Friends toasting us. To survivors. Alex raised glass. But January tested. Job offer for him. Miami gym chain. 6 figures. Tempted? I asked. He declined. Email forwarded. Brooklyn's home. With you. Proof stacked. Trust fortified. February. Videos ghost exorcised. Jordan arrested. Restraining order served. Closure. Hard one. March. 2 years. Getaway to the cabin. Snowshoeing woods. By fire. He knelt, not ring. But question. Build life with me? No ghosts. Just us. Tears, yes. Spring equinox. Future bloomed. Wedding plans sketched, small. Queer. NYC rooftop. Designs for invites. Intertwined lines. Boundless. Yet, in quiet, I wondered. Love's not linear, but circular storms. Sun. We'd weathered. Stronger. The wedding was a quiet rebellion against the chaos we'd survived. Set for that same Greenpoint rooftop under June solstice skies. Fairy lights strung like captured stars against the Brooklyn dusk. 50 guests. Mismatched. Ours. Drag queens from Pride booths. Freelance artists with paint-flecked jeans. His gym crew in polos that hid no tattoo sleeves. My Philly kin in khakis nodding polite to rainbow boutonnieres. No Jordan shadow. His trial wrapped in April. Guilty plea for stalking. Sentence a slap, probation. Therapy mandated. We'd watched from the back. Hands clasped. Nicholas's whisper fierce. Over. Finally. Vows exchanged as sun dipped. His voice steady over city hum. Brandon, you saw my fractures and stayed. Taught me love's not a sprint, but a lift. Shoulder to shoulder. I promise to spot you always. No dropping the bar. Laughter rippled. Mine choked wet. My turn. Paper trembling. Nick, you touched me first in a gym mirror's glare. Shook my world. Through betrayals and rebuilds. You showed me boundaries bend, but don't break when held true. I vow to run the race with you, sweat, storms, all. Rings slid, simple bands, etched compasses pointing true. Kiss sealed. Cheers erupted, confetti swirling like urban snow. Reception spilled into night, tacos from a truck, Playlist thumping from laptop speakers. Our first date jam. Electric feel. First dance under lights. His arms my anchor. Slow sway to Bon Iver's ache. You made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. Offbeat. Us perfect. Toasts flowed. Alex's roast on our dramatic asses. Mom's tears over my boy's joy. Cake smashed. Chocolate ganache. Faces smeared. His tongue licking mine clean amid hoots. Honeymoon? No tropics. Road tripped the Pacific Coast Highway. Jeep top down. Wind tousled. Stopping for cliff hikes and diner pie. In Big Sur. Redwoods towering like cathedrals. We hiked hand in hand, pausing at vistas where ocean crashed eternal. This, he said, back to a boulder, pulling me between his knees, feels like us. Vast, unbreakable, lovemaking in a tent that night, zipper muffling moans, stars wheeling overhead raw, reverent, bodies synced like best reps. Back in Brooklyn, married life slotted seamless. His and his lease on a 2-bed in Williamsburg, exposed brick, home gym corner, my studio nook. Mornings, coffee brewed, him spotting my deadlifts before work commutes. Evenings, meal kits chopped side by side, wine uncorked, recapping days, his client wins, nailed that form. My pitches landed, queer athletic where line, sold. Sex wove daily, quickies pre-shower, lazy Sundays tangled till noon. Challenges crept, human as heartbeat. July heat wave Friday sea. Arguments sparked over thermostat wars. His toughen up, my sweat's not sexy, cooled with ice cream peace offerings. Laughter thawing. August, my portfolio snag, rejection email gutting confidence. Nicholas hauled me to the gym. Channel it. Lift the doubt. PR squat followed. Endorphins flooding. His turn. Client ghosting. Ego bruise. I sketched him, heroic. Compass arm flexed. Framed for his desk. You're north. Fall brought depth. Labor Day barbecue. Families merging, his folks flying in. Dad's handshake now hug. Mom's pie recipe swapped with mine. October, anniversary of the letter. We burned it symbolic in the park. Ashes to wind. Phoenix us, he toasted. November elections loomed. Tensions national, personal. Protests downtown. Us marching arm-linked. Signs bold. Love wins. Always. Home. Debriefs over stew. World's messy, he said. But ours? Chosen clean. December holidays. Tree farm hall. Ornaments added. Our capsule unearthed. Vows reread teary. New Year's. Rooftop redux. No storm. Just us two. Champagne bubbling. To chapters closed. Pages turning. January reset. Resolutions evolved. His vulnerability journal. Mine. Boundary workshops. February. Valentine's redo. Cabin retreat. No receipts. Just us snow angels. Firelit promises renewed. March marked 3 years since that first touch. Gym where it sparked. Us closing the loop. Private session. Mats rolled. But instead of reps. Slow dance in empty space. Shaken still, I murmured, his hand on my back. Good shaken, he grinned, dipping me theatrical. Spring equinox. Life bloomed fuller. My line launched, Boundary Breakers, apparel for queer athletes, Nicholas modeling in shoots, abs flexing under camera clicks. His gym expanded, co-owned now. Compass Fitness, logo our etched rings. But humanity's hue. April, fertility whispers. Not urgent, adoption talks tentative. Someday kids. Our story in theirs. Therapy navigated. His dad fears. Won't repeat distance. My scars. Enough for family? Progress. Baby steps. Agency browses. May. Pride volunteer peak. Mentoring youth. Nicholas sharing ghost stories sanitized. Me drawing zines of resilient love. June wedding glow lingered. Invites out for commitment ceremony. Vows public. Community witness. Yet, under sun, shadows taught. Love's not endpoint, but practice. July heat. Argument erupted, his late night. My insecurity flaring. Ghost again. Shouted truths. I'm here. Slams. Space. Dawn reconciliation. Coffee on stoop. Apologies raw. We fight fair, he said. Hand extended. Bridge mended stronger. August. Road trip east. Philly roots. My old sketchbooks unearthed. Him flipping pages awed. These boys? Before us. Tears. Then drive-through shakes. Windows down. September. His knee twinged, old injury echo. PT sessions. Me his spotter ironic. Full circle. He winced, then grinned. You save me. October foliage. Weekend getaway, Hudson leaves aflame. Us hiking falls. Pausing for photos. Intertwined. Timeless. November chill. Thanksgiving fusion. Turkey and foe. Families toasting blended beats. December. Stormwatch power out. Us board game lit by lantern. Stories spun till dawn. January. Resolutions reviewed. Journals swapped. Vulnerabilities shared. Proud. We echoed. February. Love letters mailed to each other, cheeky. Deep. Your touch still shakes me. March. 3-year mark. Dinner intimate. Candle flicker. To us, glasses clinked. Endless reps. Life's rhythm. Gym mornings. Creative afternoons. Evenings entwined bodies. Souls. Conflicts. Sparks. Jealous flares. Stress snaps but doused in talk. Touch. Trust rebuilt brick by brick. One night. Rooftop under stars, ours now. Claimed he pulled me close. Questioned boundaries? He murmured. I smiled. Hand in his. Only to expand them. With you. Humanity's arc. Flawed. Fierce. Forward. We'd hired a trainer once. Sparked a storm. Now, partners in calm. Love's steady lift. Shaken. Once. Solid. Always. In the city's endless hum. Our story whispered. Love wins. Not easy, but worth every rep.